You're listening to the Greeks Gridiron, live with Ethan Haristodoulou.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Greeks Gridiron. I am Ethan Haristodoulou. It's December 3rd, 2021, and we are talking Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. For those of you that are not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're getting close to 200. We're sitting at, I think, 192 right now during this recording here. So, without further ado, Giants fans, I'm talking to you guys specifically here because this is some big stuff, and it's kind of gone along with a theme that you guys have been dealing with throughout the entire year with your offense. It was just announced by the head coach, Joe Judge, I would say a couple hours ago now by the time you guys actually see this, but regardless, Daniel Jones is going to be out versus the Dolphins. He has been dealing with a neck issue all week that he sustained against the Eagles just this past week, and now it sounds like he is not going to be able to play. From what Joe Judge was saying, he has not been cleared for any contact. And they also stated that Daniel Jones is going to be week to week now going forward as they kind of evaluate him and determine whether he will be ready to go or not to play within the next week or so, whatever it may be. But it sounds like they're going to take a little bit of a slower approach to make sure he's fully healed and not actually send him into the fire with something as serious as a potential neck injury or exasperating that injury per se. This is a tough blow, I would say, for the Giants, considering just how much they have dealt with offensively. At one point they were missing like 70% of their entire offense. It was Daniel Jones and a bunch of people nobody really knew besides like one person maybe at a time. And since then, it's just been kind of a rotating door of like people getting hurt and like the offense just not really being able to all be there together as one solid starting unit, which has been really unfortunate. Now you have insert Mike Glennon coming in to start. Last 5 games that he started was in 2020 for the Jaguars. All 5 games were losses. Hopes are not going to be high for the Giants going into this game here with the Dolphins, who have actually been surging. I believe they're on a 3-game winning streak now at this point. So tough luck here for the Giants going into this one. I'm curious as to like what the heck is going on with all the injuries over there. It just seems like the Giants cannot get out of it. I feel for them because the Giants were a team that I had some pretty high hopes for. I thought you guys made some really good signings going through the offseason, some good draft picks to really build around, and I was pretty excited for what the Giants had going on. Now, in a prove-it year, Daniel Jones is going to go down with an injury. The season has not already gone well. The team is 4-7. My first question for you all, and I'm curious of what you all think, is does this spell the end of Daniel Jones as QB1 over there in New York? I mean, they don't necessarily have like a true number 2 option to go to. Obviously, Mike Glennon is going to get the start here, but there's no one that they can really turn the reins over to and say, all right, we're going to run with this guy for the rest of the season. I don't really see that. I just don't see Daniel Jones being sat. I think he is the best QB on the roster, but at this point, you have to think 5th-year option and just like the rookie deal's running out, like what are the Giants going to do with Daniel Jones now? I think that this kind of puts them in a crossroads where quarterback hasn't been playing well. Granted, there's been a lot of injuries, but I mean, so does every other team. So everyone deals with them. Has Daniel Jones really made the leap as QB1 this year and finally stepped up to the plate? I don't think so. He hasn't really had very many wow performances all year. This has been a really tough year offensively for the Giants. So I'm curious now to you Giants fans. I ask you the question as I wrap up this short little video for you guys. How do you feel about the quarterback situation in New York? And then also, how do you feel about the team as a whole currently, from the GM to the head coach, Joe Judge, to Daniel Jones being the starting quarterback, the litany of injuries that you guys have dealt with all this year? What are your thoughts? Where are your heads at going into this one here? 4-7, you're going up against a Dolphins team that is thriving right now on a win streak. Things are not looking good for this Sunday. I would probably go with Miami for the win in this one. It would take a Herculean type of effort is the word I think I'm trying to say here from Mike Glennon to pick up a W for the Giants here. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think Joe Judge needs to go at the end of the season? Does Daniel Jones need to go? If I was to pick one or the other, I like the fire that Joe Judge has. I really don't think Daniel Jones is the answer, so I think he does have to go. Or, the Giants really need to explore their options going into this draft and see who is going to be available. Are there quarterbacks in the college ranks right now that are better than Daniel Jones? I'm not really up to judge that. I don't follow college football too closely, at least not during the season. I watch, I follow more so just a little bit of like whose draft stocks are rising, but I don't really look at college stuff until the offseason of the NFL. So, I mean, Are there quarterbacks in the college ranks that are better than Daniel Jones? I don't know. If the Giants are targeting a quarterback, who would you guys want to see? This is tough for Daniel Jones. This is tough for the Giants as a whole organization. But man, talk about just an absolute dud of a season with hopes being sky high coming into this one here. It sucks. I don't want to say it's over for the Giants, but at 4-7 without your QB1 and Mike Glennon not really having a track record for winning games, can't imagine 4-8's looking good coming out of this one and really putting you guys in any position to potentially slip into the playoffs. So what do you guys think, Giants fans? Let me know in the comment section down below. What needs to change now with news like this coming out? Daniel Jones might miss, he's missing this week. Maybe he misses another week. And at that point, if weeks are being lost and we're already where we are with the Giants, what needs to change in the offseason to right these wrongs? Let me know. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys with another news update if anything pops up. Enjoy the rest of your Fridays, everyone.